ebooks, but using it with things like Seesaw, with Google Classroom, with Flipgrid, with Tablet, like all kinds of things that we just love, using together. But Buncee is definitely one of those things that, you can use with anything.
Yeah, no, that's wonderful. And just to add to that too, because I know a lot of our, guests here are also using Microsoft or also Google Classroom. And so Buncee is fully integrated with those. So Buncee can be used with Google Classroom. You'll be able to easily post your Buncees right to it, so you don't have to worry about that. And at the same time, on the schools version, which is part of the giveaway, you'll also be able to synchronize the roster, so you don't have to worry about creating each of your individual student accounts. And then in terms of Microsoft, because I know that our community is very broad in this audience, we do integrate with Microsoft Teams. You'll also find the Immersive Reader, which has been used also to support literacy. At the same time, you can integrate Buncee with OneNote. So there's a host of different applications that it does work pretty well with. And then other sorts of questions is, everybody really loved your virtual camp adventure.
Yes.
So would you be open to sharing the link for that?
Yes.
I'd love to be able to see it again.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And the last main question here, and I wanted to sort of share some examples. If you won't mind, I'll share screen for a moment. But it's, I think, a little bit more related to the fact that we're a global community really trying to learn. And so I noticed there was a few comments really about how do you actually write in Arabic in Buncee. So I just want to clarify too that while obviously we're writing in English, in a Buncee you can actually type in the language of your keyboard. So whether you speak Chinese or in Arabic, you can actually type it. So I'm actually going to share my screen for a moment here. So on that note, let me see if my screen doesn't freeze because I see there's a little bit of a lag. But in any case, let me give it a try. So one thing to note, I actually just pulled this from one of our groups if you see my screen. But in any case, this is an example just made by another student, if I'm correct here. But she actually wrote in Arabic. So I just want to clarify that in a Buncee you can write in your own language. And then on that note, we also have a Buncee Middle East community group. So if you are from that community, feel free to join this group. It's led by some of our most amazing ambassadors too, which is Iman Shaheen from the region of Palestine, as well as Dia, who's actually from Egypt. So, feel free to chime in there and share your other ideas with, other folks in the community. But with that, I actually wanted to share just